All right, here we go. 6 times the charge. Sometimes it's heavy lifting because there's a lot going on up there. At the end of last year, this government, Premier Stephen McNeil, winning kudos from environmentalists for sticking to their guns and closing the Boat Harbor facility by the end of this month. On another issue that involves the possible sale of Crown land to a private interest on the Eastern Shore, not so much with the love.
Yeah, that's right. What we learned recently is that back in March, the government removed Owl's Head Provincial Park in Little Harbor from a list of properties that was pending legal protection. What that means is that by delisting the property, the government can now enter into the negotiations with Lighthouse Links Development for the potential sale of 285 hectares of land. What's notable about this move is that nobody knew about it. In fact, the only reason anybody knows about it is that we received an anonymous tip that prompted us to do Freedom of Information requests, and the documents spelled out for us what nobody knew prior to that. And so on the one hand, people are, as you say, fired up about the fact that this land might be developed and its ecological value destroyed. But what they're especially angry about is the way the government went about doing this. They did it in a way that protected it from ever being released to the public until they were ready to tell.
Right, and this was a plan put forward by the previous NDP government, but certainly there was no indication that the Liberals were going to go back on that plan, and that's what we're seeing today. And I hate to bring this back again, but this is the government, this is a premier who promised to run the government that would be the most open and accountable in the country. This does not meet that test in any way, shape, or form.
Well, and the irony of that claim is that along with the Premier, one of the people making that claim the loudest when the government was first elected in 2013 was Michel Sampson. Mr. Sampson was defeated in the 2017 election and a year later signed on as a lobbyist for the company that is pursuing this development. And that adds another layer to the reason why a lot of people in that community are unhappy with the way this process is unfolding. One of the things that people are pointing to is that this park was included in the Parks and Protected Areas Plan, which was released in 2013. A tremendous amount of public consultation went into the development of that plan. And so a lot of people are feeling hard done by because on the one hand, there was a lot of consultation for the creation of that plan. There was no consultation for the removal of the park from the list of pending protected sites.
So as we head into a spring sitting starting February the 20th, what environmentalists and those who care about Owl's Head will be looking for this government to do is do what it did for Boat Harbor, and that is stick to the original plan.